Ethel talks about in the documentary, she says that she and her sister Babs, they started just sort of getting into shape with their older brothers. They would make makeshift weights out of like bricks and sticks and make their own little barbells. And then for some reason, their family was into physical fitness, and there was a YMCA where a lot of black families were able to go, and Ethel and Babs took defensive judo, and they kind of learned tumbling techniques. They had no idea they were training for wrestling. This was just something that was like they were doing for fun and recreation and to stay in shape. And so then the person who was responsible for bringing women and really putting women's wrestling on the map is a promoter named Billy Wolf. Now, he is infamous because in a lot of ways he was ahead of his time. He made a lot of opportunities for women and for black women in particular. He groomed and married the first women's world wrestling champion, Mildred Burke. So Billy Wolf and Mildred Burke were both white. Billy Wolf and Mildred were from Missouri, and for some reason they settled in Columbus. I think from what I heard is that because Columbus is almost squarely in the center of the country, and you can get to the majority of the country within a day's drive. So when Billy Wolf was promoting wrestling matches, this was before air travel was really common, because he started in the 1930s promoting matches. So the wrestlers would often have to drive to their matches, so they were able to get there in a relatively short amount of time driving from Columbus as their base of operations. So Billy Wolf had a training gym, and so did another trainer who happened to be based in Columbus named Al Happ, another promoter. So these men, even though they were sexist in a lot of ways, they were ahead of their time in allowing black athletes and white athletes and black women and white women to train together, even though, as Ethel talks about, some of the white women were more prejudiced than Billy Wolf himself. They would say, oh, I'm not going on the mat after that black girl because she has greasy hair or whatever. But I actually interview in the documentary one of the white wrestlers named Ethel Brown, who just happened to have the same name, Ethel Brown, who was white. She talks about how she and Ethel and Babs would kind of work out together and show each other moves. So they were formally trained.